Hey PopCast people, welcome back to Hollywood PopCast, the only show brave enough to crank it all the way to 11.
We need that extra push over the cliff. You know what we do?
Put it up to
11, exactly. One louder.
Why don't you just make 10 louder and make 10 be the top number and make that a little louder?
These go to 11.
Today we're diving into the glorious return of the loudest band in rock and roll history, Spinal Tap.
You're sweet, but you're just for me. You still got the baby seat. You're too young and I'm too old, but you're not gonna rock. And I'm gonna rock. Tonight's gonna rock. Oh yeah!
I'm Josh, along with producer Kevin, and yes, Spinal Tap is back. Yes, they're older and rocking the absurdity like never before. Stick around to later in the video because producer Kevin has a very special segment, Bands That Should Have Stayed Fake. And trust me, it gets weird. In the meantime, hit like and subscribe. It's free, just like the backstage passes Spinal Tap hands out to anyone with a mullet and a dream.
It's very pretty.
You know, just simple lines intertwining. You know, very much like I'm really influenced by Mozart and Bach, and it's sort of in between though. It's like a Mach piece, really.
What do you call this?
Well, this piece is called Lick My Love Pump.
The original This Is Spinal Tap was released in 1984, and in the 4 decades since, it has become the definitive rockumentary satire, or as the band would call it, an accidental documentary about truth and trousers. And now, 41 years later, Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, is on its way, featuring the original band members David St. Hubbins, played by Michael McKean, Nigel Tufnell, played by Christopher Guest, and Derek Smalls, played by Harry Shearer. All older, none wiser, and somehow still dodging spontaneous combustion.
He exploded on stage.
Dozens of people spontaneously combust each year. It's just not really widely reported.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, the new tagline should be trading in cucumbers for orthopedic inserts.
Do you have any artificial plates or limbs?
So check this out. I was in a music session for a commercial I had written, and the studio had a guitar signed seriously by the legendary Nigel Tufnell. And yes, I touched it when no one was looking.
You can go and have a bite. No, you'll still be hearing that one.
Yeah.
The new film is directed by Rob Reiner, reprising his role as documentarian Marty DiBergi, with the band reuniting for one final concert because of a clause in a contract they forgot they signed in 1983. Which honestly feels totally on brand. The band's track record includes hits like Big Bottom,
The bigger the cushion, the sweeter the pushing. That's what I said.
an ode to large behinds, featuring triple bass guitars,
On the bass, Derek Smalls. On the bass is Tal Wilkenfeld. On the bass, Thundercats. On the bass, Nigel Tufnell. On the lower end of the keyboard, Mr. C.J. Vanston. Good evening to you.
Hellhole,
You know where you stand in a hellhole. Folks lend a hand in a hellhole.
an anthem about mild inconvenience, and my personal fave, Sex Farm.
Working on a sex farm. Plowing through your bean field. Getting out my pitchfork. Poking your head.
Still under investigation by several agricultural boards.
My favorite is Jazz Odyssey, because it's terrible, and they know it.
So you know Michael McKean from his breakout role as Lenny in Laverne and Shirley. Better Call Saul as Chuck McGill, Jerry Poulter in A Mighty Wind, directed by Nigel Tufnell's very own Christopher Guest, and the voice of Grandpa Lou Pickles in the Rugrats TV series.
And producer Kevin's pick as Mr. Green in the 1985 film Clue.
Here's a fun fact. Michael is a relative of Thomas McKean, one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Christopher Guest is a versatile actor and director, doing both in the classic Waiting for Guffman, where he played the fairly sexually ambiguous Corky St. Clair, again as a director and actor in Best in Show, playing Harlan Pepper.
I used to be able to name every nut that there was, and that used to drive my mother crazy. So she used to say, Harlan Pepper, if you don't stop naming nuts.
And a more serious role as Dr. Sloan in A Few Good Men. Christopher is married to the beautiful and talented Jamie Lee Curtis. Here's a cool side note. Producer Keven is friends with Christopher's brother, Nicholas Guest, also an actor you've seen in Trading Places as Harry, and National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation as yuppie next-door neighbor Todd Chester, where he was married to rising star at the time, Julia Louis-Dreyfus of Seinfeld fame. He also starred with his brother Christopher in the 1980 film Long Rider.
I shot Jesse James.
Harry Shearer is probably best known for a slew of voices on The Simpsons, including Principal Skinner, Ned Flanders, Kent Brockman, Mr. Burns. 21 voices in over 700 episodes.
What's the now? Smithers, I've got a rocket in my pocket.
Yes, sir. I know, sir. But of course, I also do Principal Skinner. There'll be an assembly after school, and you all must attend. I do Dr. Julius Hibbert. And this just in, Conan, I do Kent Brockman. So in case there's a vacancy downstairs in the news department, I've covered my share of fires.
Asked which voice is hardest to do, Sherry says Burns requires a lot of tea and honey. I'm sure it just scratches up the throat immensely. Besides appearing in many of Christopher Guest's films, you might also know him as Mike Michelson in The Truman Show. Spinal Tap 2 also features a ton of cameos from such music luminaries as Paul McCartney, ever hear of him? Elton John, and Lars Ulrich of Metallica. Now shout out to some of the rising stars in this film, including the hilarious Brad Williams. Your social media feeds are probably blowing up with his stand-up routine and specials. I know mine is, and I have to stop and watch him every time because this cat is comedy gold.
I understand why people are excited when they see a little person. I totally get it, because when I'm walking around and I see another little person, I get excited too. I do. Then you guys see two of us, you get ridiculously excited. You're like, oh my God, there's two!
You might also know him from his role as Gazamel in the film Little Evil, and Mascot as Ron the Worm Tripman. Here's a fun fact. He voiced Harry Lime for the 2020 Robot Chicken episode. Very funny guy.
Some guy is going up to the house.
Rats, Harry. We gotta wait for the kid to be alone to break in.
Or we can go rob that house.
Carrie Godliman is a British actress known for her roles as Jane in the film We Live in Time, and Stella Maitland in the TV series Adult Material. Most recently, she was on comedian Jimmy Carr's podcast, The Big Pitch with Jimmy Carr. Funny guy, too.
Well, today I'm joined by Kerry Godliman, comedian, actress, writer, now movie producer.
Yep, so it seems.
I tell you what, before we get to the pitch, let's talk about you and movies.
Okay.
Are you a movie snob?
I wouldn't say I was a snob. I'm happy to watch shit.
Welcome to Netflix.
Griffin Matthews plays Peter LaPierre in Spinal Tap, and this is definitely a rising star to watch. Griffin appeared in the TV series You as Teddy Lockwood, as Luke Jacobson in She-Hulk Attorney at Law.
Never saw that one, but I did catch She-Hulk paralegal by day, Zumba instructor by night. Although that may have been a AI fan edit or one of my many fever dreams.
That's right. And he could also be seen in the 2024 TV series Genius as Bayard Rustin.
Rustin.
It's a pleasure to meet you.
I was also raised Quaker, sang the blues with lead belly, and on occasion have been known to be quite the raconteur.
Griffin is the founder of Uganda Project, a non-profit organization that sponsors the educations of orphans living in Uganda. Well done, Griffin. As for the boys in Spinal Tap 2, well, there's a scene involving the band getting lost in a Whole Foods parking lot while trying to find the stage entrance. Again, it's not satire, that's just a typical Tuesday clip.
It works because it's an utter commitment to the nonsense. And let's not forget that mighty Stonehenge, all 18 inches of it.
And speaking of a commitment to utter nonsense, I'm kidding, Kev, don't cry. This is all you right now. It's time for Producer Kevin's Corner. Take it away, Kevin.
Hi, I'm Kevin, this is Kevin's Corner, and today I'm asking the hard-hitting question, what if fictional bands were real, and why we're glad they're not? So today's lineup of bands that should stay fake include Stillwater from the film Almost Famous, great hair, mediocre fame, like a cover band for themselves. Sex Bob-omb.
We are Sex Bob, and we are here to watch Scott Pilgrim kick your teeth in! 1, 2, 3, 4!
From the film Scott Pilgrim. Great name, sure, but their sound? Like a garage rock actually lived in a garage with raccoons. The Soggy Bottom Boys from the film Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Incredible harmonies, but Clooney's dance moves look like a possum trying to moonwalk on hot gravel. Mumford & Sons, oh, wait, they're real.
Thanks, Kevin. So Spinal Tap wasn't just a parody, it was a masterclass in character-driven comedy, improv genius, and mocking the very thing it loved, over-the-top rock and roll.
Or when their drummer died in a bizarre gardening accident deemed best left unsolved.
He died. He died in a bizarre gardening accident some years back.
You know, the authorities said, best leave it unsolved, really.
And if the band survives this comeback, it won't just be funny, it will be a glorious miracle.
It's like keeping track of your wallet after a night at Coachella.
So whether you're a lifelong tap head or a newbie wondering why grown men are arguing about the size of a Stonehenge replica, the sequel promises laughs, chaos, and probably at least one tragic drummer explosion. Well, that's it for today's Hollywood PopCast. Let us know in the comments, what's your favorite fake band of all time? What Spinal Tap lyric lives rent-free in your head? And if you were in a rockumentary, what would spontaneously come best first?
In your case, Josh, it's usually your dignity.
Oh, nice. Like, subscribe, and tune in next time. Until then, turn it up to 11, folks. Even if it's just your hearing aids.
You can go and have a bite. No, you'll still be hearing that one. Yeah.